Juliana International Airport serves over 40 destinations with more than 20 or about 20 airlines. In the first 7 months of 2024, PGIAE processes as many passengers as it did in the first 9 months of 2023, reflecting its strong growth trajectory and operational efficiency. PGIAE destinations are distributed as follows. North American market, 57.8%, so 58%. The Caribbean market, about 28%. The European market, about 12%. And the Latin South American market, about 2%. As analysis of the past 2 major crises revealed that market growth was delayed by 6 years, with a sharp decline in passenger numbers during 2017 and 2020 due to the external disruptions from the hurricane and COVID-19. However, data shows a steady rebound in passenger traffic, with a full recovery in pre-crisis level expected by 2025. Beyond this, continued growth is anticipated, positioning the airport for a stable and progressive future. This analysis highlights the resilience of PGIAE's operations and underscores its ability to adapt strategically plan for long-term success. Next, we have the seasonal traffic management. PGIAE operates on 2 distinct schedules. Summer schedule of summer 24, April to October 2024, and then the winter schedule is November 2024 to March 2025. The winter schedule accounts for 60% of the airport's total annual traffic, marking its peak season for passenger volume. This structured approach enables PGIAE to effectively plan for increased capacity and allocate resources during high-demand travel periods. PGIAE continues to serve both legacy and low-cost carriers. Major airlines like American Airlines maintain a strong presence in offering extensive connection to key destinations. Low-cost carriers such as JetBlue and Spirit Airlines provide an affordable option for a broader range of travel. And regional hub airlines like Win Air continue to offer essential connections across the Caribbean. This balance allows the airport to cater to diverse passenger needs, promoting both accessibility and premium service standards. And now we go over to the financial update. In recent years, the company's financial performance has experienced fluctuations. Revenue steadily increased from 44.7 million guilders in 2020 to 107 million guilders in 2023. Expenses also rose during this period from 76 million guilders in 2021 to approximately 87 million in 2023. Interest expenses showed a decline, dropping from 10.7 million guilders in 2022 to 8.9 million guilders in 2023. Profit and loss figures were mixed, with a profit of 33 million guilders in 2022, followed by a loss of 9.9 million in 2021 and 18.6 million in 2022. However, PGIAE provided for a profit of 7.8 million in 2023. And in general, PGIAE has maintained positive EBITDA figures throughout the years and indicating consistent operational profitability. On the developments and projects, we're going to focus on a few projects that's going to be coming up next. The FBO, the fixed base operator, is a crucial element of the airport operation, offering a range of services to provide and charter aircraft. By providing essential amenities such as refueling, maintenance, hangar space, and concierge service, the FBO enhances the overall passenger experience and supports smooth operation of general aviation. It is vital for maintaining efficient airport operations and generating revenues through diverse offering. And that's going to be one of the projects that they're looking at doing very soon. The fuel farm is also an integral part to the airport operation, ensuring a reliable and efficient supply of aviation fuel. It supports the refueling needs of both the commercial and the private aircraft, contributing to the overall efficiency and safety of flight operations. A well-maintained fuel farm is essential for minimizing delays and ensuring that aircrafts are ready for timely departure. Its role is maintaining fuel storage and distribution, and quality control is critical for the smooth functioning of the airport. The next project in line is the catering building. The catering building is essential for delivering high-quality food and beverage service at the airport. It caters to both the in-flight needs of the airlines and the VIP business class lounge requirements and passengers. By maintaining a high standard of safety, quality, and variety, the catering building enhances the passenger experience and supports the overall efficiency of the airport operations. Another key project that's underway is the runway bypass. The runway bypass is also a crucial infrastructure component that enhances the efficiency of the airport's operation by providing an alternative route for aircraft to navigate around the main runway. This bypass facilitates smooth traffic flow, reduces congestions on the primary runway, and minimizes delay by enabling more flexible and efficient use of runway resources. The runway bypass supports timely departures and arrivals and contributing to overall efficiency and capacity of the airport. When it comes to sustainability, the airport is developing a program to advance its sustainability goals. In 2025, PGIAE plans to install a 1 megawatt solar canopy that will both provide shade for visitors and generate solar energy. This initiative is projected to cut the annual utility budget by 500,000 guilders. The project is currently, I'm not sure if it's guilders or dollars, but it might be guilders or dollars, and we need to confirm that. It's guilders? Yes, it's guilders. The project is currently in the planning phase. And then, Regina, U.S. preclearance. We will reopen the discussions on the implementation of U.S. preclearance at the St. Martin Airport. It is an economic interest for government worldwide to facilitate the fluid trade of goods and services and a freer movement of people by reducing the costs associated with international borders. This is especially true for St. Martin, with its small, open economy heavily dependent on tourists. The U.S. preclearance facility offers a significant advantage for international travelers by allowing them to complete U.S. customs and immigration procedures before arriving in the United States. This preclearance process speeds up for the arrival experience, reduces processing time at the U.S. airport, and enhances overall passenger convenience. For airline and airport, it streamlines operation and improves service qualities by minimizing delays and optimizing the efficiency of the transatlantic flights.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
During my brief tenure as Minister of TIAT, I embarked on a fact-finding mission to better understand the local and regional landscape of agriculture. It first started with a trip to Statia. So this started in late May. I sent a delegation on my behalf to Statia to attend the Dutch Caribbean Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery Alliance, DC Alpha. The DC Alpha Conference was held in May 27 to the 31st. The purpose of this conference was to build upon ongoing efforts to develop, finalize, and solidify short to long-term actions and agreements that stimulate and support cooperations between the Dutch Caribbean islands in the areas of agriculture, animal husbandry, and fisheries. The overarching vision is to create sustainable and healthy food security opportunities for our islands. During the 2023 conference, ministers and commissioners responsible for the agriculture, livestock, and fisheries in their respective countries participated in the signing of the memorandum of MOU to formalize the cooperation, and this too can be shared with Parliament, this MOU. Representatives actively participated in both strategic and technical meetings during the 5-day conference. These individuals played a key role in the oversight and development of the sector, in line with the national agriculture, livestock, and fishery policies. The same representatives who also attended the last year's DC Alpha events in Aruba and Curacao meet virtually on a bi-weekly basis with other island representatives and the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, the RVO. These meetings focus on knowledge sharing and provide updates on ongoing agriculture, livestock, and fishery activities and tracking progress on the DC Alpha mandates and the MOU. The conference was another step forward in strengthening the regional cooperation and enhancing food security across the Dutch Caribbean. Next, we have the trip to St. Kitts and Nevis. So after visiting the farmers, I found it essential to invite 2 farmers join me on a trip to St. Kitts and Nevis. And I was fortunate to have Mr. Jocelyn Richardson join us, who was already in St. Kitts working on an aquaponic project. During our trip to St. Kitts and Nevis, our primary focus was on regional cooperation as a key strategy to enhance food security for our island. We held productive meetings with the Honorable Minister Samuel Duggins of St. Kitts and Eric Evelyn of Nevis, and all parties agreed on the importance of pursuing the 25 by 2025 goal, reducing our food import expenditures by 25% by the year 2025, which is a UN initiative. The agriculture program in St. Kitts is significantly supported by the government subsidies, primarily funded through the Citizens by Investment CBI program, which enables the government to collect substantial revenues for advancing their agricultural vision. The report of my trip, I also submitted to Parliament. I think Parliament has a copy of that, but I can also provide key insights from it in general so that the public can understand what we were able to assess. We were able to ascertain that the government plays a key role in accelerating planting and harvesting process, assisting with planting and selling seedlings. So they will provide the farmers with seedlings. They would go and then grow whatever fruit or vegetables, and they can come back to the government. The government will then package it and sell it. There is still a vast amount of land available for agriculture in St. Kitts. Imagine, St. Kitts is double the size of St. Martin, the entirety of St. Martin, and has half the population of of St. Martin. Nevis is the same size as the Dutch side of St. Martin and 1/3 of the population of the Dutch side of St. Martin. So imagine how much land they have to grow fruits and vegetables. So both agricultural officials emphasize the importance of promoting agriculture as a modern, clean, and lucrative profession rather than a traditional perception of hard, dirty, and less profitable work. St. Kitts and Nevis produced an abundance of goods that could be exported to St. Martin at more affordable pricing, benefiting our local consumers as well. St. Kitts also expressed a strong interest in conducting trade with St. Martin through transportation between the islands, but it kind of remains right now a challenge for us to do that, seeing that we have a shortage of cargo vessels. While St. Kitts has no water scarcity to undergo, thanks to their underground rivers and mountain streams, water harvesting remains a challenge for the island. This collaboration offers a great potential for our island's agriculture future, but there are logistic hurdles that we must overcome together. And that was my brief summary of St. Kitts. Next, during the fact-finding mission, we met with the collectivité on our northern side, on the French side. As part of my fact-finding mission, I also visited the northern side of St. Martin, where I met with Vice President of the Collectivité of St. Martin, Mr. Alain Richardson. Our discussions were productive and aligned. The Vice President Richardson also emphasized the critical need for food security across the island, particularly in light of vulnerabilities exposed by hurricanes and pandemic. He highlighted the importance of reducing food imports for health reasons and achieving self-sufficiency. Both of us agree that agriculture training should be an integral part into the school curricula, both on the French and the Dutch side, with the potential for establishing specialized agricultural schools for further advancement of this initiative. Additionally, we reached an agreement to share the results of studies and research, which will lead to better synchronization of policies and standards in agriculture, fisheries, and others across the board. The main collaboration is to foster a strategic partnership and coordinate efforts between north and south of the island. The meeting concluded with a proposal to establish a memorandum, MOU, and that will facilitate joint efforts to preserve natural habits and biodiversity while promoting sustainable development. And the last part of my fact-finding mission is my most favorite part, when I visited the local farms. There's a saying that goes, you need to hear it straight from the source. And what better source than our local farmers? By speaking directly with them, I gained a valuable insight into the agricultural industry and gathered suggestions on how to effectively establish the agricultural department to move the sector forward. I believe it is crucial to focus and capitalize our ability to farm and grow food locally. And my visit only amplified my commitment to promoting and supporting local farming. I visited the Yellow Sage Farm with Liana Wati and Arian Neumann. At the Yellow Sage Farm, they sell kale, basils, hot pepper, rosemary, parsley, lettuce. One of my favorite was the wasabi lettuce and oregano. I also visit the ECHO St. Martin Agriculture Research and Development Foundation, which is by Mr. Denisio Wyatt. There he sells salad mix, bananas, bilimbi, star fruits, soursop, sugar apple, guava berry, mango, callaloo, kale, eucalyptus, basil, mint, seasoned peppers, okra, pumpkin. And he also creates fruit plant and vegetable seedlings on demand for those that wants to garden in the backyard.
Government is planning a review of the current structure and processes in regards to public transportation and defining a way forward for the industry, noting the challenges, cost, and taking into account innovative ways to enhance the experience of residents and visitors alike. Data gathering and research analysis is planned to update the existing national energy policy, given the various challenges and commitments, not only of the country, but that also of our utility company, for synergy and sustainability purposes. Government is also determined to establish the St. Martin Tourism Authority. Government is committed, as always, to monitoring economic trends and employment indicators, allowing for adaptation of strategies and policies, effectively ensuring sustained economic growth and prosperity for St. Martin. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, I started off today by stating that Country St. Martin is at a critical turning point in its development, that it is imperative that the institutional design of Country St. Martin is completed and fully enacted, anchored adequately to ensure not only continuity, but moreover, ensure strategic and operational governance, and that this requires political maturity. Our key socioeconomic and financial indicators are looking promising, but attaining and maintaining sustainable economic growth that leads to prosperity for St. Martin requires, as previously stated, political maturity to understand the role of government in governing for the long-term future. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, your role in this is paramount. Country St. Martin is at a critical turning point in its development. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, in this new parliamentary year, government will once again present you with various legislative initiatives towards the execution of its plans and realization of its objectives. As representatives of the people of St. Martin, government looks forward to fruitful, effective, and efficient dialogue, as well as your committed participation, this with the aim of garnering your support to serve the public interest on behalf of the people of St. Martin. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, I wish you much success this new parliamentary year, and I pray for your wisdom and discernment. Thank you. God bless you and yours, and God bless our great nation, St. Martin. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for that address. Thank you so very much for your words. With this, distinguished guests, I hereby declare the parliamentary year 2024-2025 officially opened. I now will ask the Reception and Departure Committee to accompany His Excellency the Governor and his entourage to the conference room. Please rise for the exit of His Excellency the Governor.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
We come to Paris today not to reinforce the divisions of the past, the orders of the past, but we come to Paris to identify the common humanity that we share and the absolute moral imperative to save our planet and to make it livable. We don't need a lot more words today. And quite honestly, I don't know that I have it in me to give more words. As I speak to you, my country, that of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and others in the Caribbean, in the Eastern Caribbean, are under a tropical storm watch for Tropical Storm Beth, literally. Yesterday, I had to decide whether to stay or to go. And I chose to stay because it is important that we move to action. Behind Tropical Storm Beth is another system, and hence, this is our new reality. We have heard this morning from Vanessa. We've heard from the economists. We've heard from the president of Niger. And everyone has spoken truth with feeling, with clarity. And Emmanuel, I've left you for last because privately I call this the How Dare You Summit. How dare you? How dare you upset the order? How dare you step out of your crease and summon us all to this inflection moment that will determine whether we will have the capacity and the will to bring pace and scope to the problem. I can tell you that there has been movement. Yes, 9 months ago, no one was speaking about natural disaster clauses. Now we have people wanting to recognize the wisdom of it because countries do need to pause debt payments if they are going to house and feed people who are victims of a climate crisis. Doesn't quite work as well for those who have to move people who are suffering from drought, as the president of Malawi has had to do. So we need to perfect it. 9 months ago, no one was talking about multilateral development bank reform at scale. And Ajay, the World Bank was not as forceful in its commitment to the crisis of climate as it is now. And we wish you all the best because in your hands lies the need for pace and scope. 9 months ago, we were not prepared to discuss issues of debt. And Kristalina, when no one else was stepping up during the pandemic, yes, you led the way, recognizing that your duty was not only to deal with the symptoms of the balance of payments problems, but to go back to the treaty and its underlying objective of securing growth and macro and financial and economic stability.